Hi, and welcome to this presentation about two different approaches to teach opportunity recognition. So we're going to take you through two different approaches that kind of take the opposite sides of opportunity recognition. So one is called the Too Cool Project, and the other one is a bugs report. This exercise teaches a variety of 21st century skills. To mention a few: creativity, innovation, leadership, problem solving, negotiation, confidence building, communication, pitching, networking, teamwork, and design and prototyping. And that actually goes through both of these exercises that you can teach in your class. So the learning outcomes of this is to explore the potential issues for product and service improvements. So the students will get to learn how to be more creative and innovative through the negative experiences in your daily life by evaluating products and services that bug you. And develop opportunity recognition processes by thinking of those pains or frustrations that you have in your everyday life, which also explores these worst case scenarios to develop potential avenues for a new concept, which could be product or service or a startup in itself. So starting with the bug report, the task is basically to create a table with 15 products or services in your life that bother or bug you. So you get the students to identify why the item bothers them or identify how they might improve each item. And then they would construct a table around this, which could look a little something like this, where you have the different items in the left-hand side, and then the description of the issues or the bugs that you have with them. And then you push them to also think about the solutions in relation to these bugs. So if we just take the first one, so for example, a chip bag could be really annoying, and it could bug me that it's not full, or at least that a third of the bag is empty space. Is that really an efficient way of this product? So maybe the solution is that they fill the bag in a different way, or maybe they need to change the packaging altogether. So after the bug report that each student will do, you reflect on, your life, the needs and activities, your hobbies, your relationships, your observations, and so forth, for the ideas to feed into this table. So if the students get stuck, ask them, what's something that annoys them or frustrates them, something that's difficult in their life, something they get bored about, and that will hopefully encourage some creative thinking for them to come up with ideas for this table of bugs and solutions. And then, once they have filled this, they present their homework. So, from this bug report and the table that the students construct, they choose one product or service that needs to be innovated. So, technically, it's good if they choose something that they're passionate about or something that they really feel that drive for. And they should develop a 1-minute presentation describing what they want to change about this item. And they will present this for the class. So it's kind of a little mini pitch, if you will. And if they have a visual prop, they're more than welcome to use it. If the item cannot be brought into class, you are expected to bring an internet visual to show the class. So it is quite good that you give the bug report the week before or the class before, and they can bring that home and actually bring in the table and have them reflect over a period of time, such as a week or a couple of weeks. And then they can write down the items that actually bug them throughout, or you can have it as an introduction where they can just search and show something on the internet as well. So it gives some flexibility for the classroom. So how can they present this? So this Gaddy pitch, so to speak, is an easy way to understand it. So they say it's so easy to understand that you can share it at a barbecue, and it just has 3 simple questions that you then prompt the students to answer in this mini pitch representing their bug or initial idea. So, how, and then there's a problem, right? So how the chip bag is X, Y, Z. And then, what we can do is, and that's where they present the solution. Well, what we can do is change this packaging. And in fact, and here's why this is so much better, right? So by doing how to point to the problem, Well, what we can do is outline the solution and in fact show the benefit or the value added, the gains, if you will, from that solution. That is a short, concise way for the students to actually sell this bug or the product that they want to change. After that, the students will come together in teams. So the bug report in this teamwork is basically in randomly selected team. They will choose one item from the bug reports that all the students in that group had. And then they will discuss how to innovate the item that the team selected. And after some discussion when they've chosen that, the team will have to have a presentation where they present a 3-minute pitch or presentation to identify the bug report item that they actually chose. They will review the idea and also the improvements of that product. And you can also prompt them to include the modified designs, the different features, the benefits, and also functions. So really focus on that last part as well of the, in fact, this is what we can do better. So this will give them a little bit more time to elaborate and come together and bring different perspectives in the team to solve the bug in that selected group. So it could be good for the team to actually discuss this as well. So once they've done this presentation, it could be a debate amongst the different teams of what kind of additional changes could be challenging to innovate these products or services for a business, or what is the estimated cost, or what is the cost reduction for those changes. It could also be prompted to question them what the organizational process changes will be needed to innovate this product, or even if you improve the product or service, what are the current markets that they could expand to and why? So this will push the team to think a little bit bigger about their initial product as well. So after that, there's an opportunity to have team reflections in the group or even as a written reflection where they can reflect on the originality of the idea, the feasibility in the real world, and the market opportunity to maybe start a business, and also the concreteness of the product idea and the function that they came up with in this report. So this exercise really focuses on identifying the pains of the project, the frustrations, the stresses, and the negative sides of opportunity recognition. So it's something that bugs you, that you want to solve. The other side of coming up with opportunities is an exercise called the Too Cool Group Project. So this exercise is an experiential entrepreneurship exercise to develop your technological ability. So this could be quite good for a more technically advanced class as well, where they could dig deeper into specific technologies and find products around that. So the objective of the Too Cool project is to continue to develop an opportunity recognition, creativity, and innovation skills through positive personal experiences, and through that, to develop a better understanding of the technologies that are out there. So what you ask the students to do is to scan the environment for 2 very technically advanced products. They should be innovative, and they should be fitting this mold of a cool product, maybe something that's a bit out there. So based on that, the students should write half a page about each of those products, describing the items and show the source of where they found this, why they think it's so creative and different, and also add something that maybe you want to change or your own creative idea that sparked something in you, in the student when they read up about this. So this is just one example of a product that could fit that, that mold. So an example of this is the Microsoft Surface Milan, which is basically a coffee table that has a lot of technical advances. I'm not going to go through it all, but this is a way that one of these reports could look like as you go through the description of the item, where you found it, why you think it's so creative, and maybe one aspect that could be expanded on that could make it even better. Another example would be the Sennheiser MXW1 headphones, which is basically one of these cable-free high-tech headphones that Sennheiser came out with a while ago. There are a lot more on the market now, but these designs look really nice, and you can think about how you can actually expand on this and what you can do better with it. So think about these products and technologies that are quite out there and how you can actually implement that and divide this into the different tasks that we outline, and then add your own creative idea on how to actually expand and make this product even cooler. So where can you find these technologies? And it's up to the students to find this and do research. So they could go to the internet and just search for different patents, inventions, new products. MIT Media Lab, for example, is one good source. They can go to journals and find trade and industry journals or scientific journals about new technologies that fit perhaps in the industry or context that you're in, or just in general, and keep it quite broad. Could be magazines, newspaper, press releases, or even other entrepreneurs and new startups that are out there. But again, urge them to really outline why this is interesting, and then also add something new to it. And again, there is a presentation side of this exercise. So each student gives a 2-minute individual presentation on the Too Cool item using the product, materials, or internet as a presentation tool. So after that, you can have a team discussion where you can open it up in class or divide them into smaller groups, where you actually discuss the different products that they brought and really break it down to the type of technology that may have been used to produce the item. Think about what kind of technologies can be used with this cool product. You can also think of some technologies that you could use to do this even better. And by opening this up, they will get input and maybe see how different products can be combined and bring in new technologies from other industries into another. So now you whittle the item down, and then you select the 5 best cool products in the teams, and really urge the students to understand why they chose those items over the others. So if you break them into groups, they can choose a couple of the items that they have in there, and then narrow it down in that team to the best cool product. So they've gone from 2 each down to just 1 between the whole group. And the group size will depend on how many students you have. And then the students in the groups will present this as well. So in a 3-minute team presentation, identify why the team believes this product is creative and innovative, and how to incorporate this technology into improving a team idea that they have come up with together. And you could also have a debate or a Q&A session with the team where they can expand on the ideas of where there is a market for these products, or even what special expertise is needed to start this product or business. So after this, you can also have a team reflection on this bug report and the 2 cool exercises as an opposition to each other, right? So how can you develop ideas, and which maybe they resonate with more? Is it more this positive connotation of having a Too Cool product that you get inspiration from? Or is it easier for them to connect with this negative bug report perspective, where they actually focus on something that isn't working well, that they can improve? Or maybe it is about an integration of both, where they can work on a new technology and the bug report to a certain extent to improve the ideas that they already have. So these 2 together can be a really good source of information and also inspiration for the students to come up with opportunities to create an idea. So we hope that you have enjoyed these 2 balancing exercises of the positivity of the Too Cool project, and also the bug report of identifying pains. And hopefully you can use this to inspire your students to come up with really cool new ventures. Thank you.